Well, let's get right to it. Let's talk about four fun things to do in Destin, Florida, in the off season. So, our peak season here is when school gets out, think second, third week of May until, first, second week of August. That's the peak season. Outside of that, there's a lot of the Emerald Coast to explore. So, the first activity we're going to talk about is fishing. So, everyone knows Destin in the summer when that narrow window when the red snapper season is open, people flock to the boats, and it's not uncommon for the boats to be completely full. So you call to make your reservation for you and your group the next day, and there's no accommodations available. So let me tell you about a wonderful time of the year, anytime outside of peak season. So the charter boats are, especially we call them party boats, where they put 30, 40, 50 people on one boat and they all go out fishing. So a party or head boat, as they're called, instead of having 40 or 50 people on it, it may have 20 to 25. Well, that's a lot more space and a lot more attention from the crews. So, and really for every month of the year, there are beautiful days here in Destin to go fishing. And so the key factor there is, you get a lot of beautiful days in July and August, but it's 150 million degrees outside. So it takes a lot out of you to go offshore fishing for 8 hours. Well, this time of year, you might actually have a jacket in the morning because it's so cool. There's a cool breeze. Then it warms up during the day most of the time. And the weather is more stable. You don't get to, trust me, if that Gulf is upset, you'll know about it a few days in advance this time of year. It'll be just humongous seas, and the staff will be, whoa, we're not doing that, no bueno. But you don't get the pop-up thunderstorms as much during the cooler months. And so it's more comfortable to fish. There's more room on the boat. The prices go down just a little bit, just a hair. And then a lot of the fish, so the red snapper might not be in season, but the captains know where to take people to get fish that they can keep, and they are all delicious. I've been on a lot of these boats, and there's nothing like eating a fried fish fillet from an animal that was swimming 7 hours earlier. So it's just amazing. If you don't want to do the boat thing, still talking about fishing, there's the Okaloosa Pier. Further west of us, there's the Navarre Pier. So there are piers you can go to fish for a nominal amount of money. They'll even rent you the equipment. And it's cool, even if you don't fish on these piers, just to go look at the wildlife and watch other people fish. So they'll let you do that for a couple of bucks. And so they're well lit. There's restrooms on the Okaloosa Pier. So it's a real easy and inexpensive way to burn a couple hours and just kind of get out there on the water without, being choppy and being bounced up and down and sideways. So that's fun. And then if you don't want to do that, you can fish out by the rock jetties, or you can fish along the beach. And beach fishing this time of year, there's people that will attempt that in summer. So there's 1 million people on the beach, and they take these massive hooks and they'll throw the bait out there right in the middle where people are swimming. So that can create conflict from time to time. And incidentally, there are laws in Florida protecting fishermen's rights as well. So that's good to know. But this time of year, we live on the beach, and so there's plenty of elbow room. So, these people can be surf fishing right here, and these people over here can be swimming or wading or whatever, and, never the twain shall meet at the end of a hook. So, there's plenty of fishing opportunities. That's the first fun thing to do in the off season. The second thing is enjoying the restaurants in the area. So, during summer peak season, if you decide you want to go to a trendy restaurant at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, you might have a 2-hour wait. That's a long time to wait for a fish fillet. It's worth it, but it's still a long time. I can't recall the last time outside of season where I've had more than just the hostess walks back to make sure the table's ready and they come back and get you. So just a couple of minutes. So, there are fewer waits. A lot of the restaurants, even the really nice ones, will have specials this time of year if you go during certain days and certain hours. And what I tell people is everyone has their favorite restaurants here in Destin. I certainly do. Louisiana Lagniappe. If you'll check their website, they'll tell you what specials they're running. And so, I hate to quote stuff on a video that may float around for 10 years, but, just so you know, during the off season, right now, they have specials where it's about half price. So it's well worth it, and the portions are the same size. So definitely check out their Facebook page before you go, but you can save some money doing that. The third thing to do, golf. People love to golf in Destin during the summer. It's beautiful. Don't blame them. This time of year, I was actually out in Destin showing property 2 weeks ago, I believe, right after, the snow melted. Go figure. But there are people having fun. They were just driving their little golf carts around. There wasn't a crowd. There wasn't people rushing them to finish the hole so someone else could pounce on it. So it looked very relaxing, whereas other times of year, it doesn't seem so much. It seems like kind of a headache. But so get out there and golf on one of the many courses we have in the area. And finally, the fourth thing to do in the off season that's kind of fun is just explore. Drive around. The traffic and the peak hours during summer rush can get interesting, and you really don't want to hop in the car and do a whole lot of that if you can help it. But during the quote unquote 9-month off season, you can pretty freely explore. So what I like to do is I'll drive around and check out places, learn the area a little better. And then, what that does, if you want to come back and visit them in the summer, you're kind of aware of the parking situation, parking lot. I'll cruise down to 30A and kind of mark out my spot. And I'm like, okay, this spot should be available when I come back here during summer to have, go to the shrimp shack or something like that. So, just get out there, explore. There are national forests that are all around Washington Park. There are cool places to go. And Gulfarium, they just redid their dolphin habitat. It's amazing. It looks like something SeaWorld level. So there's a lot of fun things to do here during the off season. Plus, accommodations are a little cheaper. So don't tell everyone. Prices will go up. So if you got value from this, please take a moment and press that like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we drop some more content. If this makes you want to just live here, hey, it got me, If it makes you want to live here, my name's Doug Rogers with Remax Coastal Properties in beautiful Destin, Florida. My number is 318-613-1994. Go ahead and reach out. And even if you're early in the process, maybe you're just a pipe dream for 4 or 5 years. Well, I'll be here. So go ahead and call me now. I'll put you on a search. I'll ask you a bunch of questions, and we'll kind of point you in the right direction to maybe look at some different condo resorts and whatnot. So I'll definitely help you out start to finish. So if you need anything, reach out. Otherwise, go ahead and make it a great day and enjoy Destin during the off season.